A very happy morning to one and all. Greetings to you all. What have you seen in last class? Yeah, the envious neighbor. It's a supplementary. What was the story about? Yes, it's about two neighbors. Next term, whose dog was that? You know that the dog belongs to good old couple. Next term, what had happened to the dog? The envious neighbor killed the dog, right? This is what we have seen in last class. We'll continue from the text. If you have the textbook, follow that, ma'am. Page number 23 in your textbook, left side, first paragraph. When the good old man saw that the dog whom he had lent did not come home, he went next door to ask what had become of him. And the wicked old man answered that he had killed the dog and buried him at the root of a pine tree. So the good old fellow with a heavy heart went to the spot, and having set out tray with delicate food, he burnt incense and adorned means decorated, and adorned the grave with the flowers as he shed tears over his lost pet. What do you understand in this passage? Being disappointed, the envious neighbor killed the dog. You know that very well. See, I'll explain this passage. The good old couple looked for their dog, so they went neighbor house and asked where the dog was, right? The envious neighbor told them that he killed the dog and buried under the pine tree. On hearing this news, the old man gone to the spot where the dog buried. Not only that, the old man placed some delicious food and decorated the place with beautiful flowers and shed tears. What do you understand? As you know, the envious neighbor killed the dog and buried it under the pine tree. The old man gone there with food and flowers to decorate the place. Next passage from the text. That night, when the good old man was fast asleep in bed, the dog appeared to him, and after thanking him for all his kindness, said, "Cause the pine tree under which I am buried to be cut down and made into mortar and use it, thinking of it as if it were myself." Let me explain this passage. On that night, the old man gone to sleep. The man had sound sleep. Sound sleep means, deep sleep. The dog appeared to his dream and thanked him for good caring and love once they had on him. And the dog asked him in the dream. The dog asked him in the dream to cut down the wood which under he buried and made into a mortar and used it. See, you can understand how thankful the dog was. Are we ever grateful in our life? The dog hadn't forget anything that once he received from the old man. So the dog wanted to pay back everything by give some fortune to the old man, right? So the dog asked to make mortar and pestle out of the pine tree wood where he buried. Okay, next we'll move on to the next passage. The old man did as the dog had told him to do and made a mortar out of the wood of the pine tree. But when he ground his rice in it, each grain of rice turned into some rich treasure. When the wicked old couple saw this, they came to borrow the mortar. But no sooner did they try to use it, all their rice turned into filth. So, in a fit of rage, they broke the mortar and burnt it. But the good old man, little suspecting that his precious mortar had been broken and burnt, wondered why his neighbors did not bring it back to him. Yeah, as you know, the dog appeared to his dream and asked to cut down the wood and make mortar out of it. See, the old man did as the dog told. When he ground rice in it, the rice became gold, and each item he ground turned into some rich treasure. The envious neighbor smelled this too, and he borrowed it again. You know what would happen to the mortar also? Yeah, when the envious neighbor ground rice in it, it turned into dirt, garbage with unpleasant smell. There was no patience and there was not at all patience. He broke the mortar and pestle and burnt it. How can the mortar be burnt? Because it made out of wood, right? So he burnt. He did not want to give it back properly and appropriately. By the way, the good old man suspected about his mortar and pestle. Obviously, it never come back. He would have become very angry and did something with a mortar and pestle. Yes, the old man thought was right. The envious neighbor burnt it. This time the old man didn't cry. Do you know why? He had a doubt that definitely the envious neighbor, would did something with the mortar and pestle. So again being disappointed, he broke and burnt it, right? Next passage from the text. One night the dog appeared to him again in a dream and told him what had happened, adding that if he would take the ashes of the burnt mortar and sprinkle them on withered trees, the trees would revive and suddenly put out flowers. After saying this, the dream vanished, and the old man, who heard for the first time the loss of his mortar, ran out weeping to the neighbor's house and begged them at any rate to give him back the ashes of his treasure. What happened? The dead dog again appeared in his dream and asked him to collect the ashes of the burnt mortar and blew it on the withered, dried and weak trees. After that, the tree will get life and gives fruits. The old man woke up at once and ran out to the neighbor's house and begged them to give him back the ashes of the mortar, right? See what will happen next. Look at the text, ma'am. Having obtained it, he returned home and made a trial of their virtues upon a withered cherry tree, which, upon being touched by the ashes, immediately began to sprout and blossom. When he saw this wonderful effect, he put the ashes into a basket and went about the country, announcing himself as an old man who had the power of bringing dead trees to life again. What is in this passage? The old man collected the ashes and checked at once whether it will work or not. So he blew the ashes on the withered, dead cherry tree. Immediately the cherry tree began to produce new leaves. The old man was surprised by the wonderful effect of the ashes. So he took the ashes into a basket and went around the country to announcing himself that he had the power of bringing dead trees to life again, so that he can get some money and food to survive, right? The old man lost everything by his neighbor and he wanted to get something for their life. This news spread over the country and he was called before the king. Who is the king? Daimyo. Yes, Daimyo is a king. He was asked to do the magic again. Magic means the power to bring the life to dead leaves. Actually, it worked. What was that? He can bring life to dead leaves, right? Using the ashes of mortar. Next passage. A certain prince here, King Daimyo. A certain prince, hearing of this and thinking it a mighty strange thing, sent for the old fellow who showed his power by causing all the withered plum and cherry trees to shoot out and put forth flowers. So the prince gave him a rich reward of pieces of silk and cloth and other presents, and sent him home rejoicing. As he was called, who was the good old man? As he was called to palace, the old man touched the weak and dry plum and cherry trees with ashes. The dead trees began to sprout the leaves and fruits. Being satisfied, king honored him with rich pieces of silk and other presents. Would you think if the neighbor will remain sit after hearing this news? Not at all. Let's see in the text. As soon as the neighbors heard of this, they collected all the ashes that remained and having put them in a basket, the wicked old man went out into the castle town and gave out that he was the old man who had the power of reviving dead trees and causing them to flower. He had not to wait long before he was called into Prince's palace and ordered to exhibit his power. But when he climbed up into the withered tree, he began to scatter the ashes. Not a bud or a flower appeared, but the ashes all flew into the prince's eyes and mouth, blinding and choking him. When the prince's retainers saw this, they seized the old man and beat him almost to death, so that he crawled off home in a very sorry plight. When he and his wife found that what a trap they had fallen into, they scolded themselves. The envious couple collect collect some ashes that remained. He went king's palace before he was called into, and he was ordered to exhibit his power. As usual, this time also he abandoned by his luck. When he climbed up the dead tree, he began to scatter the ashes on the tree, but there was no bud, flower, or any single leaves. Instead of, he blew ashes into king's face and mouth. The king got to know he was the fake one and beat him almost to death. And finally, the envious neighbors realized that what they had done to the good couple, and they scolded themselves for all the act. Last passage in the text. The good old man and women, as soon as they heard of their neighbors' distress, sent for them, and after reproving them for their greed and cruelty, gave them a share of their own riches, which, by repeated strokes of luck, had now increased to a goodly sum. So the wicked old couple mended their ways and led good and virtuous lives ever after. As soon as the good couple arrived there and got to know about their neighbors, realized their mistake over greed and cruelty. The good couple are very kind, so they gave some shares of their own riches so that the envious neighbors couldn't do any mistake again or chase their luck. The good couple and the wicked, envious neighbors led good virtuous lives ever after. What do you understand in this whole story? In the whole story, was it believing the luck? Was it doing about good things? Or was it about tolerance? As you know, the old farmer was an honest and a kind person. He showed kindness to everyone and helped the needy at all times. But his neighbor was an envious person. He was covetous and a stingy old man. These two qualities of the two neighbors were clearly shown in the story, good and bad. These are the two qualities of the two neighbors. Through the story, we get to know how to be honest and kind to everyone. If you're honest, you'll be rewarded. If you're jealous, you'll be punished at last, right? Do you understand this story? By the way, I'll summarize it again. I'll summarize the story once again. The poor couple had a pet dog who gave them fortune of gold and silver. The wicked neighbor borrowed it and killed the dog, buried it under the pine tree, The dog appeared to old man's dream and cut down the wood and asked to cut down the wood and make into mortar and pestle so that it can show some magic in their life. The old man, when he ground the rice in it, it turned into rich treasure. But the wicked neighbor borrowed this mortar and pestle, being very disappointed. Why? When he ground the rice in it, it gives dirt with unpleasant smell. Aggressively, he broke it and burnt it. Again, the dog appeared in their dreams, in old man's dream, and asked it to touch the dead trees with the ashes of mortar. They would revive. What? The trees would revive and it will give fruits. The old man did as the dog told on the dream. One day the old man called into king's palace to do this act. The old man did on dry dead plum on cherry trees. Actually it worked. The king praised him and honored him with some presents. Next, the envious. The envious couple followed that, collected the ashes that remained, but by mistake he blew ashes on king's face. The soldier of the king beat him so badly for the lied. And finally, the good couple arrived there and witnessed that the envious couple realized their fault. After then, the good couple gave them some treasure to lead, to lead a good and virtual lives ever after. Do you understand the story? If you understood very well, then answer the following questions in your assignment. Thank you.